Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of P&M's Movie Criticisms. I'm Miss M.
And I Miss P.
What's up everybody? Today we are going to do a throwback with your girl, the OG Goldie Hawn, and Butterflies Are Free. Yes, so exciting, isn't it? Yeah, it's got your boy Edward Albert in there. Eileen Eckhart. Well, let's review this movie. Let's do it. All right. So, Miss P, you know what time it is.
You don't even know hype. You better hype yourself up. Hey, you don't even know hype. You better hype yourself up. You don't even know hype. You better hype yourself up. Hey, you don't even know hype. You better.
Yeah, this the P and them movie criticism with the hot sauce. P and them movie criticism so hot. P and them movie criticism with the hypnotism. P and them movie criticisms. We tell you everything that's hot and everything that's not. Isn't that right, Miss P?
That's correct, though.
Yes. Well, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So we're going to be reviewing Butterflies Are Free, and it's about a quick synopsis for you. This movie said it. This movie, actually, I was reading. I was like, it looks like the city. I was like, no, wait. This movie is actually it's San Francisco, Miss P.
Mm-hmm. But he really, the guy who inspired it died in New York, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, because it's really she's talking about it originates from a play, and it was released in 1972 as well. So, anyways, let's rate this film that is directed by Milton Katselas. And so this is a throwback. So I just want to name some other movies that he's done. For example, 40 Carats, and he hasn't done a lot. 40 Carats Report to the Commissioner, Strangers, the story of a mother and daughter, and the rules of marriage, spanning a career that spans a decade with 6 movies in it. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We have to rate this movie, Miss P. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we need to do. Let's P&M. Let's talk about the hot sauce chart. Up at the top is the Carolina Reaper. Nothing's hotter, nothing's better. This is pure silver screen perfection. Beneath that is the ghost pepper. Ooh, it's hot. But there's a crucial element or two that's keeping it from that legendary, most glorious Carolina Reaper. Beneath the ghost pepper is the habanero. It's solid. It's sturdy, great for family nights and date nights. And beneath that is the jalapeno, which is like, gosh, why did I choose this movie?
Mm.
And last, and totally least, the bell pepper. This is what you give to your baby. It's all types of mild, bland. Not even lukewarm. It's not hitting on anything. So based on this scale, Miss P, how do you rate Butterflies Are Free?
It's getting a jalapeno from me.
A jalapeno. For me, it gets a habanero. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this movie. All right, Miss P, I'm listening.
All right. Now we got to do the actual movie criticisms criteria that we're judging it on. At number 9 is do we like it or do we love it? Number 8 is it historically accurate? Number 7, did it strike my emotions? Number 6, did it keep my attention? Number 5, what are the production elements? Number 4, what's the quality of directing? Quality of acting? Number 3. Number 2, sound quality and effects. And number 1, cinematography.
Cinematography, that's right. And there you have it. P&M's movie criticisms criteria. So, Miss P, do you like it? Do you love it?
Neither.
Why?
It just wasn't it wasn't for me. It was just one of those things I would never watch again. I would never watch this movie again. Goldie Hawn was okay. The guy that played the blind guy was okay. Like, it just wasn't my type of movie. It had like funny little parts and other parts, and it basically the movie was about somebody with disabilities trying to become independent.
Pretty much. And his mother she has a lot to say about this, right? So his mother, of course, is nervous, very nervous. This is Mrs. Baker. So Edward Albert is the actor. He plays Don. Goldie Hawn is Jill, and Mrs. Baker is played by Eileen Ackert. And any mother would be concerned about her son who's blind going out there on his own. But hey, hey, what are we gonna say? Hey, sometimes, and by sometimes I mean all of the time, you gotta let your children fly, and you gotta let them soar. You know, I mean, they're not Icarus, right?
Yeah, they are. Get too close to the sun. Get too close to the sun.
No, 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 not at all. Not at all. But not referring to me as sir, though, right? No,
No,
no, no.
him.
Okay.
He got too close to the sun.
Yeah, but you know what though? If you let your children get some real wings when they fly to the sun and towards it, they'll go past it instead of falling down like Icarus.
But see, here's the thing: when you're made out of wax, and you can only get wax, and they tell you don't fly too close to the sun, they do it anyway.
Ah, hey, it's wax. Wax people. Are wings made out of wax? Either way. Oh my gosh. So you're saying it's not a bad movie, but it's just not for you.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's just that's not my type of humor. That's not my type of style. The 1970s genre, I'm more into black exploitation films. If we're going to go the 70s route, that's just what I like from the 70s. Cause I don't like romance movies, and this was low key like a love comedy, and that's not my thing. I'm more into the like the horror, like suspense, action, you know. But this was just not for me. Good movie, just not for Miss P.
I mean, this movie is its budget. Now they say $1.2 million, but I'm trying to see more. There's not a lot I can find about it because it's 1972 and yeah. Oh, and this movie is very, there's not a lot going on. There's a lot of plot. So basically the setting is Don's apartment, okay? And his neighbor just moved in. She's loud, and that's Jill. So the movie really takes place in his apartment. There's some brief scenes, short scenes with them on the San Francisco streets. But other than that, the locations, you really only have maybe, I would say two locations. The streets, Donnie's apartment and Jill's apartment, and they're pretty much connected by a door. So I mean, when it comes to just locations, it's very simple. So because of it, it's driven by plot.
Well, see, here's
Very,
the
very
thing.
driven by plot.
Sorry, not to cut you off, Miss M, but
I'm done.
it says that the budget for this movie was 1.2 million. The original play, like we said before, it is a adaptation from a theater play. And it was set in East Village, Manhattan. It was set in East Village, Manhattan. There you go. The play was anyway. And
Yeah.
the budget, sorry, I know we're all over the place, but the budget was 1.2 million. This movie was not a flop. It made $6.7 million in US and Canada rentals.
Yeah, but that too needs to be verified because IMDb says $250,000. And I'm like, okay, well, which one is it? I don't know. And then when you look at the source, it's not really verifiable. And then I went to look at Variety 1972, but they don't really talk about it. And then New York Times in 1972 don't really talk about it either. So do not quote us, on this budget because it's just all over the place. And I just can't find that. Can't find all of that information. It's whatever. But I mean, I like it. I think that for the setting is there's a lot of plot that's going on there. It's this boy who's living his life and or at least trying to, and he's learning, Girls can break your heart, he's gotta learn. You gotta life is the best teacher. That's all I have to say.
You gotta get your feet wet, honey.
Yeah,
Gotta
pretty
get your feet
much.
wet.
Exactly. Did it strike your emotions and keep your attention?
No. Once again, not saying that I'm emotionless, but this movie was just it was too all over the place for me. Like it didn't have like the points were good when it was good, but it was just the acting was just all over the place. Everybody was all over the place. I feel like they just took a theater movie and they made it like they took a stage play and tried to make it into a movie, and it just some things relate and some things don't.
Yeah, I can see that. Sometimes everything doesn't really translate very well over, but yeah, definitely. I liked it. As for my emotions, I can't say I was like, oh my gosh, completely pulled into it, but I liked it. And it did a decent job of keeping my attention. I'm not gonna say that I was all like, whoo, but I mean it's solid is what I can say. Classic beginning, middle, and we do have character arcs. Everybody makes an arc. Jill goes from being making these flighty, stupid decisions of a 19-year-old to making more solid decisions and seeing that Don is the better person for her. Right? Don becomes more independent and more capable, and his mother realizes she needs to let go by the end of the movie. It's solid. What can we say about it?
The parts that were good, and the parts that were just all over the place for me were just all over the place. Like when
Huh,
we
what
went into the part that was all over the place for me was when they went to go try on clothes. It was just all over the place.
I forgot about that location. That's right. But I think it was central. I think it was important for him because that scene was kind of like him coming out, because his mother buys his clothing. His mother says this is good, and he's blind. He doesn't know what's good, right? But here comes this girl about his age saying, no, wear this. This is hip. And she's helping him be a male that's his age, like his peers. That's a part of that coming out.
Like I said before.
Well, everybody, Miss P is all about that action, that suspense, that thrill, that ride. She's a roller coaster type of gal.
This for me was like the swings. It lifts you high, you go up, and then you come down and the ride's over.
Yeah, what can we say? What can we say? Well, Miss P said it. Hey, we talked about production elements, price, everything, and the elements, and what else? We even talked about location and the locations and everything, which were interesting to see. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, there's a few of those things like the streets, the San Francisco, the shots. So that's pretty much it. But Miss P, what about the directing?
It's kinda hard to take something from theater, like a stage production to a actual movie, so I applaud him for that, but, like, he didn't have to change things. Like, he coulda kept it in New York. He didn't have to move it to San Francisco. You see what I'm saying? He shoulda just once something is good and gold and you're trying to translate it from a play to like, a movie, keep the things that are important, right? Location, 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 importance. Because they were in the apartment numbers were supposed to be 155, no, 1555 and then 1555A. Like, and that's what they did, but instead of being across the hallway from each other, it should have just been that door right there instead of them showing up across the hallway, which I thought was
Yeah.
weird.
I think that was the style of the apartments back then, 'cause they cut them in half and everything, so it makes the layout weird, and nowadays they don't do it, so it looks weird. It looks weird. I get what
Mhm.
you're saying. It looks
So I was like, I just it was weird to me. It was a weird thing. But he did his job. Like he translated it well. The mom was overbearing and she got told off a couple of times by the son and by the girlfriend and by the girlfriend again and by the son again and then she understood because she was
pretty
holding him
much.
back. It was like, when people are overbearing and you try to give them what they want, but you can't because 'cause they're just being overbearing, and sometimes you have to step back and let people be themselves and be how they're gonna be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. You
Like,
gotta let go.
the mom finally understood after all of that, she finally was like, because he was like, "Mom, I wanna go home with you." And she was like, "No, no." See? When it came down to it, it was like, "I'm babying you." and I'm enabling you to be like this. So no, you stay here, you work it out, you get it together and make it work.
Yep, pretty much, pretty much.
So I
Well,
was go ahead, I'm sorry.
oh no, you can continue.
But the directing was good, but we've already talked about the quality of acting. I told you it was all over the place for me. Like he was good at playing a person that had disability. It was good for what it was. Goldie Hawn, she did her Goldie Hawn thing,
Yeah, yeah, she's a striking image of Twiggy, almost.
which is kind of creepy.
Twiggy, she's Twiggy-esque. And for those of you who don't catch my reference, Twiggy was a really, really famous model.
Hmm.
Okay, she's really iconic. Okay, and
If you
she,
remember America's Next Top Model, she was on there too.
girl, that's years ago.
No, America's Next Top. It was Janice Dickinson first, and then they got Twiggy to be on there.
Oh, okay. Well, Twiggy Twiggy was iconic in the '60s, really, and so it's really actually about that time where you see Goldie Hawn, she being really stick thin. She sticks very stick thin, and that became the fashion for Twiggy. British, just British fashion cultural icon, and all the ladies wanted to be stick thin. Her real name is Dame Leslie Lawson, but she's called so her nickname, that's her nickname, Twiggy, because she's as thin as a twig. But it was short-lived though, that fad for being thin because you had the likes of Marilyn Monroe on the scene and with the curves, and you had Elizabeth Taylor, and Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor knocked it out the water with a curve. So all the women were like, "No, bye, Twiggy. I want to be like Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor." But it wasn't bad for a thing. So it would have been very fashionable for Goldie Hawn to be very, very Twiggy-like or Twiggy-esque, so to speak. And they actually do share a lot of similarities in looks. It is really actually kind of actually ew. But anyway. I never realized that.
Mhm.
But, and for those of you who don't even know his mom, Eileen Eckert, she's had some pretty good roles like Bad Seed, and that's a real classic. That's a really classic movie there, right there, The Bad Seed, the 1950s. I'm surprised they didn't do a remake of it. It's been in some Alfred Hitchcock movies and everything. So she has a long, long resume, very impressive. So yeah, she's a wonderful actress, and I really enjoyed watching her act, pretty much. But yeah, let's see something. Well, I guess that's everything. I mean, wait, sound quality effects.
They really didn't have any, because it was the '70s. He sung on set his own song, so and he said
Okay,
the thing, he said the name of the movie in the song, so I was like, "They did the thing. They did the thing."
they did the thing. Classic. I mean, it's a good sound quality. What about cinematography?
Uh Yeah, it's the '70s, so they all look bizarre. People are outside doing bizarre things. Like the opening, there was a man doing karate on the side. Like it was just odd. It's very odd. It's just the way it was shot was odd. I didn't like it. That's why I don't like stuff like that because I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It's kind of they have that random stuff all over the place. I think that was a part of it. Even in the script, when I'm looking at it, they have these things like where if you listen to the dialogue is the dialogue is definitely a little different. Because I think it's just the when they go shopping, what does this guy say? He says, "The shop is called Asparagus. I named it that because I always think of asparagus as being a friendly vegetable." I mean, you might see one potato or one onion or one corn, but you never see one asparagus. They come in bunches. They're involved. Then Jill responds, "You never see one pea." Let's be honest. So some of the dialogue here is a little quirky, just like Jill is quirky, you know?
She was literally all over the place. That's why I'm telling you. She's like, I just I want to leave just because I want to leave, and I just feel like he's the better of the fit. I mean, I love him in my own way, like the weirdo stuff, like just all over the place. That's what I'm talking about. Like, her emotions were all j it was like, "Shake a jar, let's see if the glitter falls, or it's gonna fall 'cause it's too much."
And Goldie Hawn did a great job with this because this is a 19-year-old girl. She doesn't know what she wants. She's going for being an actress and everything, but at the end of the day, she doesn't know what she wants. She's up, she's down, she's sideways, she's flighty, she's unpredictable, undependable, everything a 19-year-old is supposed to be. Or at least most of them are anyways. Pretty sure you have a responsible 19-year-old out there.
Mhm. I don't know, I feel like we were just born different, maybe.
Maybe. I think so. But you know what? The one thing I will say about Edward Albert is that he has this charm about him. I think that's why he won the Golden Globe for Best Newcomer Male. Yeah, I think that's why. Because he did win that Golden Globe for that. And this movie did also win an Oscar as well. So, and that was Eileen Eckert. She won Best Actress in a Supporting Role for this. So there's one Oscar and there's one Golden Globe. And I think really that's why in 1973, the winner of Golden Globe, Most Promising Newcomer Male, I think that's why he got it because he's just very charming. And he has this face that's kind of like Ken. It's very Ken-like.
Like a doll? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think people like that about him too. Yeah. And then Goldie, of course, she's always been a very attractive female. So, I mean, and she's spends a lot of time in her underwear. That'll
The
do it.
whole every other scene, she was in her drawers, and I was like,
Pretty much. Well, you know, if you're into a throwback, that has to depend a lot on plot. Because in very few locations, even steady pace, nothing fast. And you want to see some OGs in action in their youth and other OGs in action, not so much youth, but middle age, like Eileen. And some of you might say, Eileen Eckert in this movie isn't middle aged? Yes, she is. Again, middle age is 50 to 65 years old. Okay? It's not, despite how you feel. I'm just going on the facts. Look it up. Research it. Hey, Miss P, I think we should review The Bad Seed.
The Three Faces of Eve, The Graduate. There's so many more pivotal things.
Well, The Bad Seed is a classic, just like The Graduate.
Yeah, but The Graduate's better.
I have no biases. I review everything. Let's
Oh, I
just put
have
it on the list.
biases for everything. That's where
And
we
that's
differ.
why you have P&M. PNM coming at you, bringing our personalities together to provide you with more dimension.
And here's the dimension. We're good until we're not. No, just kidding.
But, man, we're always great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We are clearly done. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Follow us. Join us.
Yeah,
Go to
subscribe.
PNM
Yeah,
movie criticisms on our
I feel like you're
YouTube.
doing. Oh, okay. I feel like she's giving us this obey vibe, but okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, what she said, but like without all the monotone in the voice. Yeah. Hey, everybody, I'm Miss Sim, and I'm about this piece.
And I'm Miss P. Bye.
See y'all later.